Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's me coming at you again with another vid. Um, I was catching up on some latest news here, and I scrolled an interesting article that was posted on boxing.com actually yesterday, and it's a title here, Deontay Wilder, and he had took a shot at Luis Ortiz here. I'm gonna read this the quotes from the article here. When he was asked about Luis Ortiz and his assessment of his upcoming fight with Bryant Jennings, and this is what he had to say here. He said here, "quote I don't respect him. He's a cheater, and anybody that does." Anybody who does that needs to be banned in boxing. Now, what Wilder was referring to there is that Luis King Khan Ortiz, who viciously knocked out Latif Coyote in the first round of their fight back in 2014 for the interim WBA title. He was later stripped from that title because he tested positive for anabolic steroids. And this is not the first time that Wilder had accused somebody for using steroids. But before I get into that part, let me just finish the other quotes that he made in his article here. He said here when he was asked about would he undergo the same drug testing procedures that Ortiz and other fighters have undergo. He said, most definitely. Why not? Let's clean the sport up. Earn everything I have. Now, how can you be a man and you achieve something by achieving it the wrong way? Now, I'm willing to take anything, piss, blood, whatever you need me to do. You want some saliva? Now, I'm comfortable with all that because I don't have to cheat for nothing. Now, if you're going to earn it, you're going to have to earn it the right way. End quote. Now, everything he said there, is very noble. But again, this is not the first, time that Wilder's attacked people for using steroids. I mean, he attacked Shannon Briggs for being a steroid user. He's also attacked Alexander Povetkin, who, by the way, is his mandatory for how long now? For almost a year now. His mandatory challenger for the WBC title. He attacked him for being a steroid user, even though that wasn't proven. So, honestly, I think this is kind of a dangerous path for Wilder to go now. All right, and the reason why I say that is because usually when a athlete accuses someone else of being a steroid user, they they ultimately become the biggest abuser of them all. All right. Now I can point some examples here. Now Carl Lewis, who vehemently accused Ben Johnson, who at one point was proven to be a steroid user, and track and field back in the days of the 80s and Olympics. He accused a lot of people of being steroid users, while him himself had failed tests in the past. All right, but even though he had failed tests, he couldn't even admit that he was a steroid user. All right, now, who else? There's another point that I wanted to point out now. Charles Sonnen, another example here. He was a guy who also accused a lot of people of using steroids during his time as an MMA fighter in the UFC. And next thing you know, he popped up dirty. So, and then Floyd Mayweather, another example, who have accused many fighters of using steroids, particularly Manny Pacquiao in the past. Okay. He accused him of being a big steroid user and abuser. And yet that was never proven. And then next thing you know, Floyd Mayweather himself had failed drug tests in the past. And I know a lot of Floyd Mayweather fanatics don't want to hear that, but that is the fact. Okay, there were test samples that came up that he had failed sample A and sample B in the Ortiz and Guerrero fights, but yet that was covered up. So if you don't believe me, check out the information that was put out by Thomas Hauser, who you guys love to discredit. But anyways, that's not the point. But the point is this: Wilder has been opened up his mouth ever since that Fury won that unified and linear championship from Klitschko. All right. It kind of makes me wonder that why is he opening up his mouth now, trying to draw attention to himself? Now, to me, it seems like he's trying to undermine Fury's accomplishments, and he's a bit jealous that it was not him that dethroned the long reigning champion instead of Fury. Now, to me, if Wilder will undergo the same procedures, I hope he does. But let's just hope he doesn't be a hypocrite here, because if he comes up dirty on any of the results, trust me, I will rip him to shreds. All right. All right. And the thing is, too, I got to say one thing. If Wilder had not taken those voluntary defenses, instead of going into the fray like any noble champion should have done, then he would have got all the respect in the world. All those other 32 knockouts would, it's great, but people wouldn't really barrage him for him like they're doing now because of the fact that he beat a solid contender, was not even a great fighter, as Bermane Stiverne. He beat him for the title when Stiverne won that title, in a vacant fashion from Chris Ariella. All right. If he had went to the fray and fought Klitschko for the undisputed title, he would have gotten all the respect in the world. Now he's being ridiculed left and right every time he opens his mouth, and he's accusing people of using steroids without valid evidence, even though he's attacked Luis Ortiz for it. But yet, the more he opens his mouth, the more he's getting further ridiculed here. Now, am I accusing Deontay Wilder of using steroids? Absolutely not. I'm just saying that he's got to be careful what he's saying, a lot of things like that. Anyways, let me know what you think. Drop a comment, subscribe, sign it off. Peace.